Hey guys, I don't know if y'all remember whenever I made this little adapter for the older implements, so you can use one of the newer style quick hitches. Um, but I did a little changing up, and I'll show you why here in a minute. But yeah, I had to change this up because it had angles all wrong and all that. I did this a couple days ago. Here's some of the tools that I use. Good old 20 volt max sawzall and the 20 volt max drill, brought to you by Tools in Action. Ta-da! I had an electric drill. I'll walk out here and I'll show you. I had an electric drill, and I had it since I was like 14 years old. Bought it at a garage sale, one of the first tools I bought. And yeah, I burnt it up using that 1-inch drill. And then my oxygen acetylene tank, I ran out of oxygen, so I used that sawzall, and yeah, it buzzed through it pretty quick. But anyways, yeah, let me show you this. So here's the box blade, and you know that adapter would probably work on other implements, I guess. But just since the top link is so critical on a box blade, that just wouldn't work for this one. But you can see here you have this bottom pin and this top link, and on the adapter it kicked this pin out just a little bit, and whenever it does that, this whole box blade is forward, and whenever you do that, then your top link is going to be shorter. And whenever your top link is shorter, you don't have a whole lot of adjustment that you can pull it in even farther so you can get to digging. So you can see here, this is pretty straight. So whenever that pin was in there, it was already kicked back, and if I wanted it to dig in any farther, I'd have to pull it in even farther. So whenever I did that, first of all, I had to get another top link. But whenever I did that, I don't know if you can see, maybe not. Well, anyways, right here, this was rubbing up against my tire. You can see where it knocked some chunks out of it all over the place. So I knew I had to do something different. So what I did was, and you probably already saw, but I'll explain it. I had a piece, the adapter, I can't remember, that's like 1/4 inch thick, something like that. It's pretty thick. So I got that, bent that around, welded it as much as I could all the way around. Of course, I can't get inside there very well, but anyways, welded it all as much as I can. Took this bar off, hacked it off down there. Got a pretty good angle on it to here, and I put like 4 different welds to fill in this gap here. But it should be. I used it a couple times, and it's pretty strong. It's no bending or nothing like that. But whenever I did hook up the quick hitch, I had to take a little bit of a chunk out of there, just so it can hook up underneath there and grab that. But yeah, anyway, so that ought to work now. I didn't know whenever I was drilling into here, like I said, I burned up my old drill, so I used that cordless drill, and it did pretty good to finish drilling out a 1-inch hole, and then I got a grinder and drilled out the rest of that 1/8 of an inch. But anyway, so got that in there, but whenever I did, it's a little bit cockeyed, a little crooked, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah, we got some crazy rain the other day. It was we had like tornadoes that day, This was just sitting out here, and you can see how much water collected in this. That was just one night of rain. But yeah, we had, like I said, we had like 6 earthquakes, and I think the biggest one was like 4.2 on the Richter scale, which here in Oklahoma that's kind of unheard of. And then we had tornadoes that night. Earlier, you know, you had the Boston terrorist attack, and then day after, I think it was the night of the tornadoes, you had that fertilizer plant blow up down in West Texas. But so things been going on. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, I just want to let y'all know that I changed that up and the reason behind it. But like I said, I think that adapter would work on, like, if you had a scraper blade or maybe an old brush hog or something like that, it might work on. But anyways, y'all comment, rate, later.